Hi, I'm Dan from Just Records, and this is Mixdown Mondays. Last week, we talked about the two different types of compression that I was applying into a mix. One was a LA to a plugin, and the other one was a LA to a clone. This week, we're going to talk about room treatment. And I have a couple of videos that I can show you that I did actually a few years ago that I meant to do some of these types of videos before, but you know, things got in the way. So now I'm revisiting some of those things, and we'll take a listen and a look at them. The first video is going to be of our live room here with a snare drum without any room treatment. The second video will be with bass traps in it. And the third and final video will be the snare drum with all the room treatment up. Now, these videos are spaced apart over a few years because the first one was done basically when I first had the studio built and no treatment was up. So just forgive that. It's a little bit cheesy. Also, the audio quality is going to be a little bit different on each video, but that's not super necessary because it's just to demonstrate how important room treatment is. Now, you can get all kinds of different types of room treatment for your studio. There are bass traps. There are things like you see here on the walls. These are absorption panels. You can get deflectors. That's essentially, instead of absorbing sound, it's deflecting it and angling it elsewhere. We have quite a lot of room treatment in both the control space and in the live room. The live room still has a little bit of reflection characteristics to it. That way it's not completely dead, but let's have a listen. The first one will be, I think, through a computer audio. The second will be through computer audio. And then the third video will be through this camera's audio, but I'll also add the SM57 that's on the snare drum right now, so you can hear a difference between the room and what a mic would pick up. Hello there. My name is Dan Yost, and I'm in the Just Records recording studio, and I'm going to be experimenting with where bass traps are going to go to help absorb a lot of these reflective surfaces inside this room. This is the live room of the studio space, and I got a little snare drum in here to help me demonstrate when it's getting absorbed and where it's getting absorbed and placement and all that fun stuff. It's pretty damn reflective in here right now. Wow, it's loud. All right, let's put up some bass traps. So I put up 4 corners of traps. I've not put them on the wall permanently yet. I've just placed them just to see what difference there is. That does sound significantly deader. That's nice. So, as you can see, the room is completely different from the other 2 older videos. And I have here just a SM57 on the snare drum. I'll go ahead and take these little moon gels off so you can just hear the full ring, if there is any ring. And here's the snare now that there's been wall treatment and bass traps up on the walls. So just to recap, it's very important that you treat your room and your space, especially because with your monitors, it can easily trick your ears into hearing things that aren't actually in your mix. It's also important to treat any space that you're going to be performing in. That way you have the reflections tamed, you have the sound being absorbed a little bit. It's not going to soundproof anything, but it's way better than nothing. There's a lot of options out there for room treatment. I use RLX. I've been very happy with them. There are other options, of course. And when I first got started, I was even using something like egg foam crates and stuff like that. And while it's also better than nothing, there is quite a difference between commercial foam and acoustic foam. The densities are different, the construction is different, but the price is also a lot higher. So do what you can with what you can. Nobody says you have to have one brand or another, but it's just good to have treatment in your room. And when all else fails, mass helps reduce sound travel. So if you can put up a blanket on the wall, or you can do a lot of DIY room treatment as well, anything is better than nothing. I hope this has been helpful, and thank you for watching Mixdown Mondays.